Two men on a mission down the rabbit hole of the thoughts that keep you awake at 3 a.m. Welcome to Dose of Dysfunction.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. I am here with our hosts, our resident redneck Brock.
Hello.
And myself, the self-proclaimed life coach, Casey. And tonight, well, I think we're going to switch it up and we're going to ask the redneck a random question and see where this goes. So, Brock, have you ever heard of the Am I an asshole?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in a random style a little bit, and I've got one for you, and let's see your thoughts on this. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So, and I don't know these people, by the way, so...
that makes it easier, right?
Just remember, we might offend somebody, but hopefully nobody we actually know.
Okay.
So, Ben's girlfriend, Amy, keeps a collection of vintage dolls, which she inherited from her grandmother, in her bedroom. Ben finds the dolls creepy and asks if Amy can move them out of sight when they hook up. Amy gets offended. Who's the asshole?
Definitely Amy for having this shit. I can't. No, I'm all with Ben.
You're with Ben?
Ben is the man. Yeah, no, this is totally... those fucking things are the weirdest... The fucking weirdest thing ever. I mean... Oh, God, I hate those things, too. I can't even... My grandma used to have these things. And, dude, I'm telling you, if you aren't afraid of anything in the whole world, there's not a fucking thing that scares you. Put 20 of these motherfuckers in one room... on the walls and shit, sat up there like they're going to a tea party. Instant nightmares.
No?
Instant nightmares. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel bad that he has to ask this question, but at the same point in time, if it was me, I'm probably stealing them one by one to go shoot them in the desert. Like, I'm gonna use them as clay pigeon targets. Like, no.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I'm going to say Ben's the asshole here.
You fucking weirdo. Ben is not the asshole. Ben is the man. This is no bullshit.
Hear me out on this. I have a theory.
Oh, God.
This is where I think Ben is missing out, right?
Oh, God.
We'll go a little conspiracy theory style on this. Think of it this way. Okay. If you're not comfortable in a love-making session, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
You tend to take a little longer to get your business done, right?
No, I guess that's true.
So what
unless you're like, nope, we're getting it done. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I mean, that's porn star style. Like, I can come on command, so fuck it, let's do this and move on.
You get in, and you're done.
Yeah.
Go. Boom, gone.
But, no, I don't think that's what this one is. But think of it this way. Maybe this is her, like, nice way of telling him he's a one-pump chump, right?
I doubt... I mean, she inherited them. I doubt she was like, I'm going to put these in the room to see who can
No, who doesn't know those?
Can't.
No, those are creepy. Everybody knows
Yes,
it.
they're fucking creepy.
Who wants that shit watching them? Nobody.
Right.
My guess is, though, she only brings
fucking
them
serial
out.
Killers, maybe.
She only brings these things out, I bet, when he comes around. Like, see, this is my theory.
That's not okay.
Well, you know.
That's not, and you can't get offended when he asks you to put that shit in a box somewhere in a storage unit on the other side of the country. No, you can't bring them out for a special occasion and then get offended.
Sure you can.
No.
You are directly insulting her grandmother.
Sucks to be her grandmother. I mean, no, that's not okay.
I can tell you the easy way you could have got out of this.
My place is down the road.
Well, there's that.
Rooflin. That's roof here and get the fuck out of there.
No, he needed to show up one time when they were going to hook up dressed as one of the dolls.
Dude, that's even worse.
Oh, no, that would have been perfect, right?
That's so bad.
No, because then that puts the onus on her, right? Like, you take it to that level, and then when she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And you're like, well,
I inherited this costume from my grandmother. Oh my god, no. Oh, fuck. See, but that goes along the same lines as having animal heads, right, on the wall. And you just say you've got elk and deer and bear and all this shit hanging up on the walls, right? And they're all posted on. Of course, they never look nice. Like, you don't walk through the door and you're like, oh, he's so cute. You walk through the door and you're like, Jesus Christ, you see the teeth on that fucking thing? Okay. You invite a girl over, and normally that's like in the man den or whatever. And you go in there and she's creeped out.
Well, yeah, because in her head, she's just hearing...
Yeah, right. Right. She's worried that, there's going to be some backwoods shit happen. Okay? And she gets to the point where she's like, okay, you need to take them down. I'm sorry, but those motherfuckers are lag bolted in. Now, this is where I land on the same side of this as, what was her name? Mary? Amy. Okay? But the difference that lands here is it's not in your bedroom. So you're probably not going to be doing a whole bunch of lovemaking in there. Not only that, but it's in the man den. So you're probably not going to want her in there anyways. And the creepier it gets for her, the less you're worried about her being in your man den. Or your man cave or whatever. So then you always have that sanctuary where she like walks in, gives you a beer, and gets the fuck out of Dodge. Okay? So that's like that. But I could get where you would walk in, and if that was in somebody's bedroom, you're like, no, these motherfuckers are getting taken down and getting moved the fuck out, or I'm moving the fuck out.
Well, you already know she's okay with the creepy. Because if you're willing to, let alone just sleep in a room with those things up, that's why I'm saying...
strange breed of alien person.
Right.
She's a fucking... Yeah. She's an alien, and not the kind that jumped the border, the kind that landed on Earth. Okay? And she's like, this is Men in Black shit. She's in somebody else's meat suit. She's an alien in somebody's body. No. There's not a, no.
So are they really alive? Are they like little aliens inside there? So like, as
Oh
they're
God,
doing
that
it,
would
the
be
little
fucking
eyes,
really
like...
creepy. But they all have black eyes. And like, what's the movie? I think it's Jaws. They got doll's eyes.
Well, right, but that's the one-way glass, right? So the little aliens are looking out.
Back there on their computers. Making weird noises and shit.
Well,
that'd be about the time he went to go get on top of her and he got probed. Don't look at me like that. That's just bad. I don't even want to think. Now I'm worried that when I go to bed tonight, some fucking alien gonna come down and pick up the fucking house and I'm gonna get probed. I lived in a trailer. This is creepy shit. This is worrisome stuff. I lived in a trailer park once. One guy swore to God that he got abducted by aliens.
Yeah, really good meth will do that to you.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure bad meth will do that to you too.
Any kind of meth will get you that way. No, he fucking up and down. He had tinfoil on everything. Like, yeah, bad. And I've been in his house, but he never had any of those dolls up there. But, dude, no. This is creepy.
You're not down with creepy doll lady?
No.
Here's the thing, though. This guy's been willing to go through it at least multiple times. More than once. He did not shoot this down after one time. He kept going back. So you have to decide.
It must have been that good.
Well, I'm telling you, though, you have to decide.
She must have the good snacks or something, man, because... Nope, I'm sorry, but if I walk in there and there are creepy dolls all over the room, you're going to get the question of, can you take them down and put them somewhere else? And if she gets offended, I'm going to be like, well, you can live here by yourself, Satan, and I'm leaving.
All right, fair enough. It was good while it lasted kind of thing.
Yeah, this was really cool until now. Now it's not okay.
I'm thinking, though, if you didn't set the baseline at the start, you're kind of fucked. Like, it's if you didn't walk in and go, hey, the living room looked nice.
But that's like...
Hey, if you want to be watched, can we just go out on the balcony? I mean, because at that point, that's where you're at.
Yeah, let's go in the front yard.
Yeah.
Like, no, 100%, I'm with Ben. And I also don't feel like you should be offended when somebody's like, hey, this weirds me out. Like, they're telling you their feelings right there, and you got to be kind of conscious of that. I never am. But, you know, I mean, you kind of had, like, you're starting a relationship, okay? And if he's going to offend you by saying, hey, can you take the creepy little fuckers off the wall? It wasn't meant to be anyways.
Well, see, and because we don't know the rest of the backstory, but the way this reads out, he just said out of sight when they hook up. So I don't really feel like Ben is there to start a relationship. And
I guess that's true.
If you're not there for if you're there for the relationship, now we're talking feelings and there's a compromise here. But if you're just there hooking up, you don't get to say shit.
Okay, my friend.
Yeah, well, and if you've done it more than once, you're really out on it. If it was that good, just suck it up. That's why.
Well, no, see, and I have to disagree with that too. If it's that good, and you're gonna go back for seconds, and you don't have any plans to sticking around for 2 kids and a picket fence and a bunch of fucking creepy looking dolls, then if you really want it that bad, you need to open up your own spot. Like, you know, it needs to be like, hey, yeah, no, we're not going to your house. Well, let's go to my place, you know? Like, that, I feel like you could nip a whole lot of it in the butt right there.
Maybe he's got, like, a couple of little gamer
Sleeps
buddies.
in a fucking casket or something.
No, he's probably the dude that has, like, 5 roommates. They're all, like, you know.
Yeah. They're all going to try to get a piece of it on the way out. Yeah. No,
right. One of those where you walked in and it's like, is any place here even sanitary enough to do this on? Right?
Hey, look, sofa pizza.
Wow, I got chlamydia from the napkin.
Oh, God. What's this spot on the couch? Don't sit there. Hey, they're all playing video games. They're completely tuned in. But as soon as you said, what's this spot on the couch? They all turned around and went, don't sit there.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I'm saying. Or you just have to notch up that level of weird. Like, to me, that's how you combat these situations. You have to make it one step weirder.
But weird is like, she tried to put her finger in your butt. This is like a whole nother level of creepy. Weird is like she surprised you with something and you didn't realize what was going on. That's weird. This is just not right. Yeah, this is just wrong. Like, those little things are creepy as hell. I have never once seen a doll and been like, oh yeah, like, my kid has plenty of dollies, okay? But they all look like they have a fucking personality.
They do.
Barbie has, I mean, granted, she's got like 4 billion personalities, and I don't know who the fuck. Ken is a brave man.
Ken's a
to deal with that many personalities, Ken is a very brave man. But all these dolls have like, and see, like, we won't buy the ones that have the eyes that close. Oh God, no.
No?
Nope. Even that, I'm just like, one night I'm gonna walk into her bedroom and the fucking dollie's gonna blink, and then I'm gonna freak out, shoot the doll, wake the kid up. All the dogs are gonna freak out. Wife's gonna be like, "What the hell happened?" I'm gonna be like, "Quail got in the house. I had to kill it. It's season." Because you gotta have some sort of excuse why you just blew a hole in the wall.
But weak sauce, man. What I'm doing is I'm taking the doll that blinks, I'm setting it right next to my kid's head, so they roll over and they wake up to the blinking doll.
Super wrong.
No, absolutely right. See, what you're not understanding about this is turning it into their decision to get rid of these things for you.
Okay, I could see the like cooperative, dark of the night moving these things around to freak her out. And then, like, slowly exiting the house, right? I can see that. But if you come back and they're all back where they were, no, you need to get you need to be concerned. There's going to be a voodoo doll or a fucking hex bag that gets slipped underneath the seat of your car. Like, no, no.
Now, I say what you do is you name one of the dolls, right? You start naming them. No, hear me out.
Start talking to him and shit.
Well, no, like, so Ben, he's hooking up, right? And he's named one of these dolls, and he's like, he's doing her doggy style, he's back there, and you like, You like that? You like that? Yeah, you like that, Carol. And then she's going to be like, what the fuck?
I love how you led with Carol.
I don't know.
Like, oh my god, it's just such a staple name. See, but the funny part would be when Carol fell off the shelf. And then it's like, oh my god.
Scurries across the floor.
Yeah. Carol, we now have Chucky in the house. He's in Carol's doll body. Like this. Make little name tags for all of them and shit. No, I'm out. I'm out the door on the doll thing.
I would be moving him around and shit. Be
Yeah,
like,
no.
Susie likes it when you pet her head.
Oh, Jesus.
Look, if you're gonna be...
I'm surprised you don't sleep in a casket.
Who says I don't?
I just... At this point, Amy or Annie or whatever her name is, there's no reason to be offended by something like this. I wouldn't be offended if somebody walked in and was like, yeah, we can't do it in here. There's too many deer heads on the wall. Okay.
True.
You know, whatever. Like, you can't be offended at that. It's not gonna... And think about it, like, if it was switched, right? Ben was the one with the creepy stuff on the wall. If she comes in and says that she's...
No, she's just straight up dialing 911 at that point. Because that's I'm not making it out of here. I'm calling now. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. If the roles are reversed, it works the same way. She comes in and she sees deer heads on the wall and everything, and he's got like a blanket and a case of beer set next to the couch, you know, and they're gonna watch fucking Smokey and the Bandit and do it. Okay.
wow, Smokey and the Bandit and do it.
That's a love movie.
Yeah,
all
because
right?
that's what I think of when I want to get it on.
Well, I mean, maybe not you, but you know, I'm sure there's somebody. I mean, I could watch me a good Smokey and the Bandit and then be fired up.
I'm pretty sure there's at least 3 states called Alabama, Arkansas, and Mississippi.
No, I bet you that's like their theme movie. Oh God, I'm gonna put Smokey and the Bandit on tonight.
Along with the Dukes of Hazzard. Just some good
Oh
old
yeah,
boys.
exactly. Yep. Call me Boss Hog.
You're about to meet my boss hog.
You met the big hog. You want to see the little hog? But you know, I mean, you get to that point, and it works the same way because you can be like, no, this isn't gonna fly. Like, this stuff's got to be while I'm here, you know, or at least, hey, let's go to a different room, right? I'm guaranteeing Ben didn't just walk in there and be like, get these fucking things off the shelf. Like, I'm sure he wasn't an asshole about it, but to be offended at that that's not okay. She's the asshole. No, she's the asshole. Like, I have, in this last 20 minutes, I have tried to figure out a way that Ben's the asshole, and I can't. I just can't find it. Because, to me, if you actually like the other person, which you kind of have to do to be, you know, heels to Jesus with them, there has to be something that you get along on. So, I mean, you're seeing something there. So, maybe you have to respect their request that these creepy little motherfuckers on the wall, like, you should just get rid of those things in the first place. Like, that's just not right.
You want me to tell you why you're all wrong?
I want you to try, sure.
Ben failed to anticipate her feelings and reaction before he said anything.
Hey, I mean, if he went in there being an asshole, sure.
No,
but
he,
I feel like
he
it's
loses.
all in your delivery.
He loses right there. The failed
No.
anticipation of the reaction. It's over, man. You lose.
No, I mean, how do you react with shit like that? You walk through the door and what? Your jaw hits the floor and you trip over the fucking thing. Like, that's what it is. Either that or his ass puckered and he was like, oh my God, get the fuck out of here.
No, you do it with humor. You walk in and be like, oh, they're all modeled after you. How cute.
Holy Jesus.
Then you see where it goes from there. See, you have to gauge.
And if they're all modeled after her, that's the weird part, because you know there's hair in them dolls that came off of her head.
Oh, you pick it up and you smell the hair.
Oh, no, don't. That's just, no, we have too many problems with that right now. Oh my god, that's a good way for Billie Jean to come out of the fucking other bedroom with a shotgun, throw a beer can at you, and then blast you in the ass. That's just no. I mean, no, Ben, no. Ben's
wins.
in the right, yeah.
Ben wins.
Ben
All right.
wins.
I'll give you Ben wins.
God, that's just so bad. Like, I tried to be like, oh no, Ben's that. No. Because there's a guy who would have dead animal heads on the wall.
Yeah, and that shit's creepy. I'll be honest. Like, as a kid, I stayed at one of my friend's house, and I don't have a problem with hunting. I don't even care that you put them on the walls, right?
Right.
And they had deer and antelope and all sorts of shit all over the walls, and it was a little more rustic themed,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And we're all sleeping in the living room, and I'm like, and
See, for you, that's a theme. For me, that's just the man cave.
yeah, well, to me, that's a theme. So, and I'm one of these people that, like, when especially as a kid, if I was at somebody else's house, I don't sleep.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not comfortable, I can't sleep. And so you're sitting there, lights off, and then you get, like, the flickery light, right, through the windows, because, of course, they're on blinds and shit like that. So it's not just pitch black. I can handle pitch black over, you know, any sort of light that now fucks with my mind, and I start creating whatever worst-case scenario. The antelope's going to come off the wall and get me, even though that shouldn't be scary. It should be the wolf head or, you know, whatever.
Right.
Should be the thing that scares me. But no, you got the open windows, and you're super rural. You got to remember, I'm talking town of a couple hundred people, so then somebody drives by. Nobody's supposed to be out there at that time of night, right? You know, so you get the headlights through the window, and you're like, oh my God, they're coming up the driveway. It's over. It's over. We're all going to die.
See, and I feel like horror movies do not do the redneck nation any good.
No, not at all.
No, they screw us over every single fucking time. Because it's like, here come a couple hillbillies in the pickup truck. You know, what's going to happen next? And then they cut the commercial, and then they come back, and you're just like, oh my God, they're all going to die. And the hillbillies jump out of the truck with a case of beer and knock on the door, and they're like, hi, we're here to take a poll to see what kind of beer you like the most. And the lady's like, it's 2 a.m, and shuts the door, and next thing you know, the 2 hillbillies have gone somewhere under the house and through the fucking, and it's like, no, what the fuck?
Well,
these guys just wanted to know about beer.
Hillbillies ain't showing up at 2 o'clock to pull beer. But if you would have said 2 hillbillies that were catfishing at night, they came up and were like, yeah, we caught an extra few, thought you might like these. I could see that knocking at your
and
door.
then leave the big slimy dead catfish on their porch.
Right.
But no, in this 100%, I think Ben is not the asshole. I think Amy or whatever Annie is she's the asshole.
I think Amy has a fetish.
Yeah, Amy has a problem, that is for sure.
Well, you know, to each their own, right?
Well, and it's inherited too, so it's not like it's great.
So what kind of weird dolls did Grandma have before she... Like, what did she inherit that she kept in the room? Was it like voodoo dolls? Little straw-stuffed voodoo dolls?
These little creepy... Yeah. Or like dolls that she made when she was a kid, and they're just like handmade, like drawn-on faces and shit. Oh my God, that's... Nope, I'm out.
That's even
completely
better.
out.
Had a couple white hoods. Little...
Oh, that's definitely coming out of the South. Yep. Fuck. No, that's so bad. So bad. So on so many levels. No. See, I'm wigged out. Now I'm a little worried to go to bed tonight. Like shit.
The big tough redneck that'll do anything. It's like,
yeah,
I'm not getting into bed.
Oh yeah. No, I've encountered some. How do I say this? I've encountered some different women in my life, and I think I would rather go do it in the woods somewhere and be worried about coyotes licking my ass cheek than maybe some of their bedrooms, or like the woman who's totally comfortable bringing someone home and mom and dad live in the same house. Okay? Like, at a certain point, it's like, yeah, I don't want to be...
Oh, man, I would never go home with someone that lived with their parents.
Yeah,
I don't care if they were like 50 and their parents were like 80. Like that.
Yeah,
that,
and
like,
they live there to take care of them.
Yeah, I don't get no.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, what happens, especially in that situation, when they need something and you're getting after it, and it's like, oh wait, hold on, stop! I gotta go check on my mom, and you're like standing in the middle of her bedroom naked.
What do you
like? What? Wait a minute!
I gotta
Something's
go change.
gonna turn blue.
I gotta go change Dad's bedpan.
Yeah. Oh God. Like, no. Oh my God. Something's gonna turn blue. We're in trouble. Mayday! Mayday!
I can feel the lack of blood flow.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And then so I've run across it. I'm like, we are not going to your parents' house. No. Get in the truck. I got way better places than your parents' house.
Oh yeah, that's a comforting feel. Hopping in the redneck's truck, going, I got better places to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I still think that I would rather go. I mean, she rode there with me, so it's not like it was a big deal. But no, I mean, and then there was the one gal. Huh?
I said then the buzz wears off.
Oh Jesus. No, that was maybe my buzz. My buzz wore off a little bit. Yeah, no. But there's always the emergency bottle of whiskey underneath the seat, so you're okay. But at least in my pickup, you're okay. I think I have 2 flasks in the door panel at the moment. Yeah, it'll be a fun traffic stop when that happens.
Yeah.
But, no, I met the one gal who seemed like perfectly kind of like normal, like just your normal, kind of more redneck girl, but still pretty straight and narrow, like not, thought she was completely normal and all this, and next thing I know, I end up at the house that her and the other 4 girls rented out, at some party, and then there was a whole lot of leather involved, and I was like, this is ow, because I got hit with something. I didn't realize what was going on, and next thing I knew, I thought I was in some sort of fucking sex toy commercial. I was like, this is not okay. This is not, and like, they legit had safe words and shit, and I'm like, no, my safe word is get the fuck out of my way, I'm leaving. Like, this is not, I will take the blue ones over this. Like, get me the fuck out of here.
I'll rub one out on the way home over this shit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, yeah, no, and there was, like, at one point in time, she handed me a mask, and she's like, you need to wear this, and we were still partying, so I was just like, oh, I'm not doing it right now, right, and stick it in my pocket, and I'm like, this is a little different.
You should have known then.
Well, no, I kind of knew,
you
like,
weren't reading
like,
the signs here.
Well, yeah, but, I mean,
or how much was
it?
The
rum will do that to you.
There's still a level where you go, I don't know if I want to go here or not.
Yeah, I mean, but you also, there's that curiosity. It's like, what the fuck is this all about? Like, and you're thinking, oh, it's just gonna be her. This could be fun, weird, little fun,
curiosity
whatever. You
from
do it
the
one
guy
time
who's...
and get the fuck out, right? No, everybody's leaving, and the door to the bedroom never closed, and 3 other women walk in, and they're all dressed in fucking leather with masks and shit on, and there's handcuffs involved, and I'm like, no, we're going way too far. Like, this is, no, I was still, and I remembered after I got in the truck that I had the mask, and I, like, pull it out of my pocket, and I'm like, fucking weird, and I threw it out the window and drove away. But, yeah, dude, that was totally normal.
Guessing you would have got more than a finger up the butt.
Oh, I'm certain. The things they were putting on the fucking dresser, I was like, no, that's for you. I'm not, that's, you guys do you. I'm not, nope, I'm out.
Are the batteries charged?
Yeah, right? You're worried that there might be like 2 deep-celled 6-volt batteries in the fucking closet with jumper cables hooked to them. Yeah,
you hear ring, ring.
Yeah, or she's like clapping the other 2 alligator clamps together. Clack, clack. And you're like, nope, I don't need that.
You don't have any metal devices on your nipples, do you?
Yeah, right. Are your nipples pierced? No. Well, we're going to have to fix that. No, we're not.
They will be after tonight.
Yeah, nope. Nope, I'm out. You know, but that's, and like I said, I've met some very, very strange, well, I guess not strange, but different women that the doll thing just puts me out, man. I'm out. If you can even take them out of the fucking shoebox to put them on the wall for fucking 20 minutes while I'm there, no, I'm out. That's even worse. I'm out. No. Like, not.
The dolls are a clown collection. You have to choose.
Oh, God. At this point, and I used to be deathly afraid of clowns, like way bad, and I'm probably still gonna go with clowns.
Then the dolls. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, like I mean, 10-year-old me punched a clown in his nose because I was turned the corner, he was there, freaked me out, popped him right in the face, and I've never been like I still go to places where it's like they have a clown. Like if you go to a tattoo parlor, there's always a clown somewhere. So it's almost become more normal to me now. And the one time I got the tattoo on my shin, and I wasn't paying attention to him, he threw a fucking clown in my shin. Okay? So there's literally, and you could see it, you be the judge, it's right there.
Well,
The curly hair, got the line, it literally is almost Pennywise.
well, at least the cover-up is decent to where...
Well, so you look at the rest of them, you're like, oh, cool skull and all the other shit, right? But I see that fucking thing all the time.
Well, that's because you knew it was there to begin with.
Yeah, as soon as I looked at it after he was all done and everything, and I was like, is that a fucking... Oh, you motherfucker.
I wouldn't have paid. I would have been like, fuck you,
It
pal.
was free.
Oh,
That whole thing was free. That guy was trying out, basically.
Oh.
But yeah.
Well, you're asking again.
And I gave him the freedom of creativity. That was the one thing I asked him not to do. Like, hey, this is the one thing I don't like. Well, it obviously finishes out the piece really well. And that's where I got the whole, yeah, your opinion doesn't matter. And away they went. So
my guess, though, is he never would have thought of it if you hadn't said, this is
no, he wanted to do like 5 of them.
Oh.
And I'm like, no. So
He compromised.
yeah, he compromised and hosed me with one. But yeah, so to this day, like I still am not the biggest fan of clowns. And like they had that clown thing where everybody was dressing up like clowns and shit and scaring people.
Oh, yeah, right. Didn't a few people get shot?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a guy sicked a dog on one of them.
Well, you're asking for it. You already know it's taboo.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, to me, I almost, and I'm sure there were a few people, like, where there were the people that are, like, scared, getting freaked out by him, don't want to go out, you know, they just don't want to deal with it. Then I feel like there's the other people that were like, oh, this is open season. I'm going to go get me a clown.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm going to go find one, hang him up on my mantelpiece. Bing! You know, and like loading a gun, I'm gonna get him long range.
Get the dogs!
Uh-huh. Load up, boys. We gotta go get us some clowns right now. You know, but and I think that whole thing, like people just took it too far. Like I could still see, and I've seen people to this day, still after all of that horseshit, that do this crap, and a large portion of it is like they all had like they bring weapons, and I'm like, what the are you doing? Like, why would you bring a weapon if you're literally trying to scare people? Having a weapon is the worst thing you can do.
Well, right, it's going to instigate violence against you.
Right. So the guy that actually unleashed his dog out of the car on this clown, the clown had a splitting maul, and he was dragging it behind him. Right. Okay, creep me out. I carry. He'd have been dead from bullet, not from dog. He'd be dead by bullet. Right,
well, that's what I mean.
Because he was only like 20 feet off the back of this car, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not letting Ruger go. We're gonna unload a gun the fun way into this clown.
Well, but that goes back to you've got fight or flight, right? At some point, somebody's fighing.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, guaranteed.
You
Guaranteed.
lose somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bad idea.
And I think the movie is like ultimately what started this for me. When I was a kid,
a
right.
whole nation
I'm
practically.
Sure. I'm sure. And since I've gotten older and kind of realized that clowns are just drunks dressed up in makeup and hair.
Yeah, but I'm sure somebody has, horrible story of the clown at the birthday party touching them in places.
Oh yeah, no,
shouldn't,
I'm sure.
I mean,
I'm sure. Like I said, they're drunk in a fucking in a costume. Yeah, but that was one item you never seen in a trailer park. Guaranteed that.
I'm sure.
And it depended on what trailer park too. And around here we don't have like the southern trailer park where Tammy Beth comes running out, cigarette Pall Mall in her hand and a Coors Light and a baby on her hip and all that. No, we have like crackhead, methed out, rundown trailer parks around here. There are a few of those more redneck type of trailer parks if you get more towards like Caldwell.
Either that or you have the old person trailer park.
Yeah. Yep. The almost like the 55 and older trailer park.
Well, I think some of them are like that. They're a community of that, and you have to be. And
right. So, but the only time you ever seen a clown in any trailer park was if it was 3 years old and he was saying trick or treat at the door, and most of the time those crackheads were like, yeah. So you just didn't go there when your kid was dressed like a clown. Like that was, you went to the richer neighborhoods where they're like, oh my god, he's so cute, he's a clown, blah, blah, blah. Because they're all fucking weird people anyways. Yeah. Subdivision motherfuckers. But, that whole, like, it's a huge fear. And I still, being, like, anti-clown, would still rather take the little clown doll collection and shit over there. Because, I know at this point, like, they're not going to come alive and kill me, which I could be wrong, but I'm going to pretend that that's never going to happen.
Headline reads, Brock killed by killer clown dolls.
Resident redneck murdered by clown doll collection. Read it on the front page of the newspaper.
The antique one was the ringleader.
Oh, I know, right? The one, I can't remember, they had a name for him too, but he's like even pre-it clown, like
you know which one it'd be, the one that'd get you?
The bald one with the birthday hat on?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to hell for this one.
No.
It'd be the blackface Bojangles clown that gets you.
Oh, God. I figured it'd be a rodeo clown, if anything.
They're respectable.
Oh, man. Yep. No, I just figured they'd be the one that got me because they're all, like, super athletes.
No, but
they run away from 1,800 or 1,200 pound animals on a normal daily basis.
Yeah, or they get tossed by one. So they're either loaded up with painkillers or drunk as shit. They ain't gonna meet you in the middle of the night to do shit.
No, not. I mean, if you ran through the arena, they might get you there. But
no, that's why I say they're respectable.
Yeah, well, I get in. Yeah.
Well, they realize, I'm dressed up like a clown. I'm about to get a beating. See, these other ones don't understand why they're getting a beating.
But yeah, no, like the clown thing, dude. That was a huge deal. Like it happened all over the U.S. I think. I don't know if
it did, but I think the ones that got them in the most trouble, the guys who ended up actually getting themselves hurt, I think they were up in the Northeast. Because you get that really heavy wooded area and stuff like that, and it's, because like here's I get we have a bunch of trees and stuff, but we're high deserty enough, and that it's kind of open area.
Well, they shot that one in Middleton.
Oh,
yeah, the guy was at the skate park watching his kid, and there's a whole bunch of kids there skateboarding and stuff, and this guy came out of the back behind their skate park. There's kind of a wooded canal road. And he came down that and was headed for the skate park. And the dad had told him multiple times to get lost. Like, he's like, look, I get what you're doing, but right now is not a good time and you're not in a good place. And the guy kept coming at him and he pulled out his gun and shot him. And I was like, I bet you they don't pull that shit in Idaho anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit they don't do in Idaho solely because there's really good odds that the person you're doing it to is packing. I mean.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that. And But, dude, I still, when you go back to the clowns and the dolls, I'm taking the clowns.
All right. Oh, have you seen the one, veering a little off subject here, though, but talking about scaring people? Have you seen the video where the guy puts, like, the flying, basically takes, like, the flying witch thing, throws him over a drone?
Oh, no shit.
And so he'll be at, like, dusk or early morning, right? Early AM, where the lighting is just right.
Right.
And people running through, like, parks. So he takes this, like, howling flying lady on a drone and, like, basically, like, buzzes the tower with him. But that's, like, the brilliant one, because you're just sitting off. You're just working the drone, right? Ain't nobody gonna get shot.
Right.
It's fun. You might lose a drone, but everybody's gonna survive. But could you imagine here you are, trying to be fit and healthy, right? You're doing your morning jog through the park, and there's the trees, and you're like, oh, I'm one with nature. This is so nice. Holy shit!
This thing just flies out of nowhere. Looks like a witch.
Well, and it does, so it has the big black, like, there's no legs or body or anything. It looks like the floating spirit witch ghoul, long black hair, this messed up face. And then, of course, you've got the audio to it, too, like making the howling noises.
Right.
And you're just...
The cackle.
Yeah. And and there's a bunch... There's all these videos, but I think... somewhere in there, somebody doing it, I don't know, because I'm sure multiple people have done it.
Oh, yeah.
The copycats, but...
Oh, yeah, I got a good one for you.
Well, I think somebody called it in thinking it was, like, paranormal, right? There's this ghoul, and it's really just something, and they're throwing this stuff up on YouTube, but they're hilarious. I'd be pissed, man. If I found the dude flying the drone, I'd kick his ass. I'm just telling you right now, man. It'd be like, this morning jog is now a sprint.
Screw cardio.
Yeah.
Well, and we used to travel for work, and in Montana there is a hotel that is haunted, and one of the sightings is this little girl. We worked there for like a month before I found this out, and this was mainly the reason why the boss man picked this hotel, is because their rates were cheaper than anyone else, and it was closer to town. So he picks this hotel. We don't know why the rates are cheaper. We don't know anything about this place. We go in. We're there for about a month. And you're working, and then you sleep for 8 hours. You go back to work. Because y'all want to come home on Friday. So you get everything done. And the biggest goal is, like, getting home on Thursday. Like, oh, my God, we're going to leave Thursday, right? So you spend very little time in the hotel. Well, I had a guy that worked with us. That he was just same as me. He was a helper. And we found out the story of this little girl. And we didn't find out the whole story or anything like that. But we found out that this little girl was what was haunting this hotel. And we decided that it was our turn to help. And so we took a broom handle and we went to the little thrift store there. And we found this, like, 3-foot tall doll. And we strapped her to this broom handle. And he would sit down there and he had the video camera and shit set up. And people would turn the corner. And he'd, like, signal me, and I'd hold the doll out, made it all creepy looking and everything, and hold it out with the broom handle. Well, far enough down the hallway, you don't see anything but this creepy little girl. It didn't help that the hotel was, like, super dimly lit and had, like, old maroon checkered floors, and everything was just old school. And we had to have gotten, like, 60 guests with this thing, like, in a short period of time. And before the job ended up ending, we actually ended up stopped doing it because we were scaring enough people that it was like, okay, karma's gonna bite us in the ass at some point. And so we quit doing it for a couple weeks. Well, then they were talking about bringing in the ghost hunters and all this shit. I couldn't handle it. I had to do this again. I had to bring her back out and do this again.
You're like, I can't let this go. This is
too
good
God.
now.
It would have been so much better if the ghost hunter people would have showed up. Oh my God. Could you imagine chasing them around with the little doll?
Oh my God, that would be so hilarious. Because I can imagine, which is the one who gets, I don't know which one it is, but the guy's just kind of over the top.
Oh, I think it's Ghost Hunters.
Well, and when they were here,
Ghost Adventures,
right? They were here in Boise, and they did the old pin, they had a thing of him up in like the foothills, and he hears a snake, and dude like freaks out. Like there's a rattlesnake.
Oh yeah,
it's like, all right, you stay overnight in creepy ass places, and this is what scares you.
Yeah, right. I mean, to his deal too. Ghosts and stuff are like you can. And everywhere they're put in at the night or whatever, they can get the hell out and turn all the lights on, and that apparently gets the ghost to go away.
Right.
Rattlesnakes don't give a shit. So I could see the legitimate fear there. Like, oh shit, what did I just do?
Yeah, walk away from the noise. It's not a freak out. I hate snakes, right?
No, yeah.
But it's not a freak out thing. It's just like, okay, I'm on his turf. I'm leaving now.
Uh-huh, yeah. So... To get back to this, so I'm thinking, all right, it would be perfect to scare these guys. It would be awesome, right? Well, then we happen to be passing through the hotel, and they're like upping security and shit. Like they don't know what to do. Like they have other people there. They now have a night guard. I'm like, okay, we've done some serious damage.
This is awesome in so many levels.
So we decided that at that point we needed to notch it up one more. Like okay. They tell us that week is supposed to be, like that Thursday was supposed to be the birthday of this child that haunts the hotel. And her family and all this crazy shit, right? So, amongst creeping me out to where I now can't sleep, I'm like, okay...
So what better do I have to do is I'll go fuck with everybody else because I can't sleep.
You're all not sleeping, right? And I only felt bad about the one little kid that I scared. That was the only one I felt bad about. But life, man. Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
We went down to the local electronics store. We bought an RC car. And we take this doll, and we take the broom handle, and we tape it up her back now instead of being out on the end. And we mounted it, because we're HVAC technicians, and we can mount anything to anything. We mount this doll standing on top of the RC car. Took the body off and everything, right? Made sure the dress didn't go under the tires. There was some thought behind. We took a day off.
To do this.
That's
epic.
The boss was not happy, but when I showed it to him, he about died laughing. And so then we start running this thing eerily around the pool at night. Just wherever. Running it around the pool. And we even scared the living shit out of the night guard. Which, to me, I mean, that's got to be part of your, resume.
Well, right.
Night
You're
guard.
the night guard. Nothing better scare you. You know?
Yeah. So
he should have unloaded.
Oh yeah,
whatever he was packing into that RC car.
The shit out of that ghost, right? And so we end up all said and done. We scared the shit out of a bunch of people. The manager ended up catching us. He laughed because he's like, yeah, we've had more people come in because of this. Like, this is great. You guys have actually brought us more business.
Because we made you money, pal. We made you money. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's like, our ghost sightings have gone up 1 billion% in the last 3 months.
Oh my God.
So then I found out that they did a big thing for this little girl's birthday in the hotel because that was their peace offering to her once a year to make her not scare the fuck out of everybody all the time.
And their gimmick to get people into the hotel.
Exactly. And so we really only helped that. But, we end up sitting at the bar and him buying his drinks and stuff.
Royalties.
Oh, yeah. No, I was all about that. But, and it was good. It was fun. I did, however, tell him about the one kid that we scared the shit out of. And so he called those people, because they have the book, the record, right? And so he called them and, refunded them their trip stay and stuff because of the scaring to the child and all that. And so, because they were, super wigged,
Ooh.
Because nobody wants to see their little girl running down the hallway and you look up and then there's this creepy one and your little girl's headed for, or whatever. And it's like, no! Shit, no!
I've traumatized a child. I got one along these lines that traumatizes a child.
Dude, it's so bad.
We did one year a haunted house out in this little town, right?
Yeah?
Because there wasn't really anywhere to go trick or treat, right? You had to go into town, right? You had to drive 20 miles go into town. So in this it was an old school house, and they used it for the church and everything. It was kind of where you did stuff in the town, and so me and my good friends, and it was like 3 brothers and another kid, we did a haunted house.
Okay.
He wanted to do it. And so the first step of this haunted house was me, right? I get to be the first scare. You'd walk down this deal, and we had like a dead body out on a table. Right.
Okay.
Well, not a real dead body. Made it like a body.
Yeah, I wasn't real concerned there.
Well, I don't know. Small towns, shit happens.
I guess that's true.
Anyway, so I was in this pretty gnarly mask that had like a hand cut off on it and stuff like that, and I had like the big cleaver, right? And when people would walk up, I'd chop the dude's head off, right? So of course,
nice.
right? So of course, this couple comes through with, little kid. We're talking like 3.
Oh man!
And I chop the head off, and this kid's out at that point. He's not going in this house. He wasn't screaming, but he was petrified, right? And of course they're doing the come on, you can do this, right?
Yeah.
And he's out, so he leaves, right? And then after a while of doing this, because it's not a lot of kids, they get used to seeing everything, so you got to switch it up,
right?
So I crawled under this table where that was happening. So you'd come through there and be like, oh, the guy's not there. Once they knew it, well, I'd reach out and grab people's legs.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and I should have known better. Thinking back on it now, it was a real asshole move. I should have known better, but I see these people coming, right? And you can kind of, little feet, right? Little kid. And I hear, see, look, he's not there.
Oh, no.
Come out of the mom's mouth, right?
Oh.
They turn
that's not a setup.
They turn that corner, and I reach out and grab that little kid's leg.
Was it like blind? Like, were you just reaching out and grabbing the first one, or did you have your pick? Like, you could see their feet.
Well, so this had like kind of
like, because if you could see their feet and you knew who you were grabbing, I swear that's like the worst. That is so bad.
I had a pretty good idea who I was grabbing.
You could hear the little claps.
No, I could see because there was kind of like a curtain to it, but it hang pretty low. But I had a couple inches I could see out of it. So you could tell shoes, right? They're not all the same size.
Right, size 10, size 9, size 4.
Right.
Get this one.
Well, and the setup was so perfect of, see, he's not there. And so the father reaction to me now is like, oh, you asshole. That was a real dick move. You probably fucked this kid up pretty good.
I'm stomping your hand.
But the 16-year-old reaction was, oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm about to scare the shit out of this kid.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a feeling I am probably responsible for some kid who is scared to death of something.
Oh my God! Won't ever go to a haunted house ever again.
Yeah. And this was like rookie league haunted house.
Oh yeah.
This
16
was
16 years old. You got the lawnmower out there sitting on top of a skeleton.
Yeah, this is a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
Just trying to do what we can do. At some point, the other guys were throwing people out the emergency exit because then you got it went from we had an idea to total shit show in a hurry.
Yeah.
But,
that's pretty good.
And then I don't think they'd ever let us do it again after that.
I think we're gonna need to talk about this kind of stuff too on another episode because we're kind of hitting towards the end here. But I feel like there's a lot more of this to go, especially with Halloween being around the corner here.
Oh yeah.
I think we should definitely think about revisiting this here in maybe a week or two.
Most definitely, we can do that. Well, thank you all again for listening and joining us for another episode of The Dose of Dysfunction. Hit us with a like on Facebook. Dose Dysfunction is our page. Dose of Dysfunction is our community. Share us. Let your friends know. Tell your grandma. Don't tell your grandma. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, probably a bad idea. I sure as hell wouldn't tell Mama about this one. Unless Mama is that kind of weird Mama, but...
Well, they exist.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I have been told.
They pass down creepy dolls, apparently.
Yeah, no shit.
But we thank you all for listening and supporting us. And like I said, more to come.